How we doing, folks? Circling up from the mosh pit. We're here with, oh my gosh, what was their name? Okay, that. NYANA BANYANA. We checked out one of their songs a little bit ago. I guess they were leaving the agency that they were a part of or something. But everyone was telling me she wasn't graduating. She was just going to do different things. And now she has a new original song out called Reach For Me. Now, I had said with her last song, I think she has more than enough potential to really lock in. She has the voice, she has the charisma, and from what I saw with her lyrics and everything, has something to say. So I'm curious to see, especially given that this looks a bit more of a personal song, a bit more of an introspective song, maybe a bit more emotional song. There's a lot that we can work with this, and a lot of showcase of talent here. So I'm very curious to see what we got going here. Let's check this out. Okay. That's interesting. Just a lot of interesting multisyllabic rhymes. I feel like, at least for me, as someone who doesn't know her very well, I feel like there might have been a simpler way to word some of that. But if that's just how she wants to write, if she wants to add these really big words to maybe figuratively describe certain things, like what are we ascending to? What has made us descend? What does that look like, right? That's typically how the lyrics, tend to point the audience to something, right? It's like in rap when someone says, thanks to my mom being supportive, I stopped being so pejorative. It's like, okay, well, you're using words to rhyme, yes, but what does that point us to? How does that help us understand the situation? So I want to see where she goes with this. It's just interesting that we're talking about ascension and descension and looking back, extending for what? What does that look like? So that's what I want to see. Let's just go back a little bit further. Oh, reach back, extend, okay. I do want to say, I forgot to mention, I really like the mix, and her voice is very pretty on this. She really knows how to sing, and that seems very obvious here.
You don't need to be perfect, just come as you are. Come and grab my hand, promised land is waiting for you. Everything is planned, you're a brand in a dream on you. So reach for me.
Ooh.
Don't need to look back anymore. No, reach for me. Let yourself be careful.
I think it's very interesting. When she started going lower at the beginning of the chorus, or maybe at the beginning of the bridge, before hitting those higher notes, it sounded like we kind of stumbled a little bit on that note, but she's hitting all these really great notes, and sounds like she has very good tone. Doesn't sound like she's making her voice sound harsh in order to hit those notes, right? Because sometimes if you can't hit that note, it's not going to sound very full. It's not going to sound very good. So she's doing great with that. It's just interesting the picture we're painting here. And I want to hear the rest of it.
Let yourself be careful with my head on the desk and tears in my eyes. When the time comes at home, you'll realize. Listen to me, I'm calling. Everything is for you guys. Amend your sins that grab you again.
So she's asking her followers. I thought that was actually very sweet with the lyrics saying, I do this all for you guys. It's a very familial word, and speaking directly to her fans, I think that's a beautiful thing. I think a lot of artists kind of shy away from that, either because they don't want to, I don't know, either they're worried about maybe forming a sort of parasocial relationship, or they're trying to come at it from an artistic standpoint of like, all that I am is a caricature here. I don't want to speak as a person. I mean, off the top of my head, I feel like there's only a few artists, like a few rap artists, that really talk to their fans and will say, like, my fans did this, or I'm doing this for you. Eminem had said, if I lost my stands, I'd probably pop 5 Xans and all that stuff. But this is very sweet. The thing that I'm a little confused by so far is understanding whose sins we're trying to amend, or like whose sins, because she was talking about her sins, but then also saying those sins that you have to try and amend. I thought at the beginning she was saying, I've done some stuff to hurt people, and I hope that I can reach back and take care of those things and amend those sins that I made. But then she's saying, reach for me. I want to be there for you. I want to help you with that. So I guess maybe it's one of those situations, like, instead of painting herself as a deity, she's like, I have had my own journey of figuring myself out. I want to be there to help other people. I feel like that's kind of where she's coming from with that.
You don't need to be perfect, just
Yeah, you don't need to be perfect. Sounded a lot more streamlined on this take, from my recollection.
come as you are. Come and grab my hand, promised land is waiting for you. Everything is planned, you're a brand in a dream on you. So reach for me, don't need to look back anymore. Now reach for me, let yourself be cared for.
I think the sentiment's very good that, hey, seek out someone who can give you a space to be cared for and be understood and known. That's important. You need to, that's healthy relationship that we should all strive to have, so. I like the build up here. We get the little hi-hat click.
Come and grab my hand, promised land is waiting for you. Everything is planned, you're a brand in a dream on you. So reach for me, don't need to look back anymore. Now reach for me, let yourself be cared for. Come and grab my hand, promised land is waiting for you.
Ooh, okay.
Everything is planned, you're a brand in a dream on you. So reach
Ooh, okay.
Don't need a love like anymore.
Nice.
So reach for me, like the self-beacon door.
Nice. Yo, girl, those were some good notes. That seemed like two different key changes. I want to go back real quick.
Come and grab my hand, promise me.
Wait. Nice piano. That's something I meant to mention before. Really like the piano here.
Come and grab my hand, promise hand is waiting for you.
Yeah. So this is a come and grab my hand, I'm waiting for you instead of how she went lower from there. I'm curious. I just want to look at something real quick here. Let me see. Yeah, so lyrics and vocals came from her. Okay, and then Alyssa on the Moon also worked with her with the instrumental. That's great. I think that's really, really good when a producer does that, right? When you're able to work alongside the lyrics and see like, hey, I have these lyrics, this is what I want to make for a song. I think that's really, really cool. You know, it's easy sometimes to kind of maybe fall out of what the mix or what the instrumental is doing. I do feel like the drums are a little bit hot, especially with the hi-hat. I will say though, I think the vocals have been mixed great all the way through. I did hear a point where she was hitting some of the higher notes and her tone really rounded out. There wasn't as much emphasis because sometimes when you sing really loud or like really high up, you can't really enunciate, or you'll either lose the tone or you'll lose the pronunciation. So it sounded like she made that trade-off of like, I'm going to hit this high note even if I'm not able to enunciate. But it was a good job. It was a really, really good job. I liked it a lot. Yeah, so I mean, really, I think this was a really great song. It was definitely different from her last track. I think while maybe some of the lyrics are a little bit cryptic to me with where she was wanting to go, like what story she was wanting to tell, it was well produced. I think the message is obvious. You know, even looking at the art here, she's pleading for this relationship of like, let's help each other. Let's help each other heal. Let's be there for each other. Very important stuff, regardless. But I would love to know your guys' thoughts in the comments. If you've heard of this lady before, if you're a part of her fan base, please let me know everything you know about her, what you like about her. Has she put out any other music? Let me know that stuff. I'd love to know. And link to this is going to be in the description, of course. Please support the people that made this. And that's all I got to say about that. Thanks for watching.